So hey guys, I kind of wanted to share an adventure story with you today. We're up at my grandparents' cabin, which is, well, not too far away from the Canadian border here in the real northern part of Minnesota. And every year we try to meet up with my family, as well as some of my brothers, and just kind of have a real relaxing time together. So anyways, one of our traditions is to go out in the boat and jump through kind of multiple lakes going through these channels and go out to a pizza place one night for dinner. So one of the tasks for the day was to get the boat in the lake. The boat generally sits out here all winter long, as well as the battery. We generally don't like to kind of take the battery back home with us and have to always kind of truck it back and forth because just one more item to forget. So it's not exactly stored the most ideal way. And usually come springtime, it usually requires a little bit of refreshing with the battery charger. So we had to throw the battery on the charger, get it all ready to go, and then we got the boat in the lake. So it's kind of time to get going and head into go get a little pizza and stuff. So we all kind of climb in the boat. And one of my favorite things about this journey is just, you know, the conversation and some of the fun times getting to spend with each other on the boat, as well as just the absolute gorgeous views. Especially coming back, usually after getting some pizza and stuff, the lakes have all really mellowed out, and it's just beautiful. So anyways, we get to the place and we grab ourselves a little pizza and enjoy a little family time and some good eats. And it's time to kind of get out of there. Well, needless to say, this battery is about 5 years old and it's kind of getting to that time to, I guess, get replaced. And, well, tonight was the night it decided to kind of give out on us. So now we kind of come time to face a little bit of hard reality here. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's this pizza place, pretty much one of the very few places to eat or people kind of hang out up here, and we don't really know anyone to call. I mean, we're out there quite a ways away from most people that we know, and we just don't have anyone to, I guess, get in contact to come help rescue us. So now it's an adventure of how are we going to get home. We got about 40 minutes till the sun sets, and about 7 miles to go here. So we end up kind of running back to the restaurant and tracking down somebody. See if we can kind of get a ride at least back to the gas station, which is a few miles down the road from there. And we had heard rumors that they sold marine batteries, so we'll go get a marine battery or something, and then we can, I guess, carry that back and get things hooked up and hopefully find our way home. Well, the guy was nice enough that had given my dad a ride. He kind of hitchhiked a ride with him and took him all the way back to the cabin. So this gave him an opportunity to go get his vehicle, as well as a couple of little small LED flashlights, and then he kind of headed back and picked us up, and I went and grabbed the battery out of the boat and we ran up to the gas station. We ended up getting a battery and then trucking back. Well, by the time this is all kind of got wrapped up, it is pretty dark, and so my wife and my mom and my daughter all kind of climbed back in the vehicle, and they're gonna take that home. And us guys here, I have a kind of a younger brother who's about 18 years younger than I am, and so it was him, my dad, and then me that kind of climbed into the boat. We started the journey back, and one of the big struggles with this is all these channels. It's very hard to find some of these entrances on some of these big lakes out here, and it's just kind of, I guess, finding the journey. And then through that channel there's a lot of rocks and stuff. As a kid, I used to spend a lot of time in kind of a little small aluminum boat with this old Johnson 5-horse motor that's probably from the 60s or something, just kind of cruising along fishing and stuff. And I can't tell how many pontoon boats and stuff that I ended up towing out or giving someone a ride out of there to go get a new prop or something. So anyways, it was a little bit of a nervous situation here, kind of traveling through that area as it is, let alone traveling it through in complete darkness. So we're trucking through and we're kind of coming up on the first channel, and needless to say, all suddenly we see my parents' vehicle come pulling up onto the bridge, and then there's my wife and my mom and my daughter and stuff, and they're all up on the bridge with their kind of cell phone lights and shining, so it kind of helps steer us through there and kind of find our way there. And I think there's like 3 bridges that we kind of cross under and stuff. And as we kind of journeyed all the way through this journey, every single bridge, you know, they'd be shining lights. It was actually kind of amazing too, because I tried to film a lot of this and get some of the shots, and it was actually easier to see kind of through the camera than it was to actually see with your bare naked eye and stuff. So as we kind of get through all those and we kind of venture our way through the channel, as we're kind of coming up, we get to the last and final bridge to kind of pass through, and then we have this probably the tightest of all the channels to kind of get through. And the bridge that we have to kind of cross under to get into these channels is not very visible. And at this point it was getting pretty dark, and we're kind of cruising along, and we're like, well, we kind of know what's off in this area. And all suddenly we see this vehicle come pulling up, and out they jump again, shining their lights and stuff. And needless to say, my wife didn't even think that was us. She said after we kind of got back, she's like, you guys were headed the complete wrong direction. You guys were headed right at this cabin. And kind of a funny story to that is that cabin is actually the people that my parents had bought in this kind of old 70s boat from, you know. And we were kind of joking like, oh, the boat gave us trouble. Here's your boat back, you know, if we would have crashed into this thing or something. But you know, and needless to say, they were there and they helped direct us there. I think we would have found it if, you know, if we really had to, but it definitely would have been a much more of a long journey through with them kind of shining the lights on. It definitely made it a lot easier. So we kind of get into that last and final channel. We're trying to use these lights as much as possible, shining them off the shores and the lily pads and everything, and just get to see just enough to kind of sneak through. And then we kind of come out to this the opening out into the lake, and there's all these rocks, and we were using everything we could to kind of see, and we kind of eventually sneak through there and get out into the lake. Needless to say, all of a sudden we see this light up on the other side of the lake, and it's flashing, and we knew that's where we were headed. So we journeyed all the way across the lake, got to open it up a little bit, you know, and it's so quiet up here. As soon as they heard that the boat kind of come through there, they knew it was us and started signaling and everything, and lit the dock up and stuff. And boy, that sure made that journey a whole lot easier with them kind of helping us channel through under those bridges, as well as finding that dock, because I'll tell you, it's pretty dark up here at night, and it was a real overcast night and stuff. So it was kind of a fun adventure. So I don't know, I guess part of the reason I kind of want to tell you the story is I look back at it, and there's two ways it could have gone. We could have looked at it real negative and been real mad, like, well, boy, you know, like, this darn boat broke down on us and this and that. But when you look at the end, it turned out like, I think that was the funnest trip we ever had, going to get dinner. You know, it was just like teamwork getting us going. It was, you know, no one grumbled or anything. We all kind of figured out what to do and how to kind of make this project all work, and it was just a real fun thing, you know. And it could have gone the complete opposite way. People could have got all upset and mad and worried about, you know, how are we going to get home? We got no one to call, and the world's coming to an end. And so I think kind of how you look at things and take things in sometimes in life is really kind of makes a difference on your adventure, I guess. So anyways, I wanted to share that story with you guys. I know it's a little kind of mixed bag here on some of the other stuff that I have on the channel, but I thought it was kind of a fun story. It was a fun adventure we had last night, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, let me know by clicking that thumbs up and subscribing. Thanks for watching.